Hi everyone, today we're going to explore planning your work by the new moon. Ash, you want to tell us about that?
New moon. I'm going to set up my lovely diagram here. This is the sun. My face is the earth. This is the moon. When we have a new moon in the sky, the moon and the sun and the earth are all aligned together, or that the sun and the moon are in the same section of the sky. That's why it's dark. Because of course the moon reflects from the sun, and so if they're so close together, they can't have a reflection. So the new moon is literally a very young moon. It starts the new cycle of the lunar, that's about 28-ish days. And I was trying to think of other words that we know of as the new moon. It's basically, it can be also the dark moon, be told, but the whole new part is very poignant because it starts us off. So we can think of it as like a young baby. And the young baby is very excited to be alive. So there is excitement to this dark part of the moon, of the new moon.
Yeah, I always like to think of that dark piece too, that day or two before the new moon. I think a lot about that, like exploring the unknown. So I love the baby metaphor of like, ooh, we don't know what's going to happen yet. And then the new moon sort of like, oh, and it's like, so in terms of planning my work, those are the days where I really want to like be thinking about new ideas, new approaches, ways that I can kind of initiate things. So
absolutely, it's definitely the initiating time. It's not the time to definitely like jump in head first and like go for it, because you want to be able to see a little bit of the reflection as it moves in its phases. So this new moon is like, it's almost still dreamy. It's still very mysterious. Clearly it's dark, but very initiatory, very like inspirational. That's the word. It's a little more inspiring time and magical. And it's for sure instinctive. It gets our innate, I don't know, juices flowing.
Yeah.
Or this, and it's high energy too.
I know in our personal practices, a lot of people think of the new moon as like when we do some intention setting, but we can definitely do that around our business as well. So thinking about our goals for the next month, what do we want to accomplish over the next month, being really intentional about thinking about that. But again, it's like you said, that kind of magic. So really like doing some dreaming about your business as well. Those days are a really good time for that, of like, where do I want to be in 3 to 5 years? And just like being intentional about taking a little bit of time each month to just like dream big. And that's like the time to do it.
Absolutely. Like having a new moon meeting.
Yeah.
Where you're not like doing all the things, but you're projecting out what you would like to see, because we can't quite see how it's going to happen yet. Right. We can certainly start to see or feel the excitement. It's baby and kid-like energy that's just so bubbly and certainly, you know, wants to like move to different things. So if you have a lot of energy and a lot of ideas, write them down, whatever you have to do to remember them, and then you can address them as the phase goes on.
Well, I was born under a new moon, so this is one of my favorite phases to work with, where I really do feel motivated to use that energy. So thank you for telling us all about working with the new moon.
It's one of my passions. I love it. So thank you.
Very good. In the next video, we'll talk about planning your work by the crescent moon.